straight down the middle.
Say it started at around 16 years old. If anything, it just looked like that's just where my hair was parting.
Yeah.
It didn't necessarily look like hair loss that much, but I still felt insecure about it. So, I mean, I was styling it where like I'd be wetting it in the morning, putting gel in, blow drying it, and then I'd have it like go back into the side. My older sister actually had a wedding. It was like 3 months from the time that I really noticed. So I was like, well, they say if you start using rogaine, it usually takes about 3 months to work. You think you're just going to end up with with a full mane as soon as you start using it. Because the way they advertise it really is like balding is a choice, and you can either choose to use these products or just like let it go, but it's all on you. As human beings, we all want that sense of control. You know, you'll get that sense of control back. You'll be in control of the situation, but in reality, like if it just slows it down, but it's the problem still exists, you're like slowly losing control instead of just losing it quickly and then moving on. I used to play hockey also, so like there's a culture to it where you grow the flow and you have it coming out of your helmet. Like a lot of guys on here, I felt like having hair was just a part of my identity and my personality. So I grew it out. It was nice in the back, but it was still receding in the front. And it was like not necessarily a comb over, but just as time went on, I was like really spending so much time styling it with pomade and just like all this stuff. And also you have to revolve around the rogaine. It's not like you can wet it and then put gel in. Like you have to put the rogaine in, wait a certain amount of time, do this, do that. And then eventually like I noticed the normal hairline recession where it wasn't just in the middle. It was also in the normal spots over here. It was really hitting my self-esteem, and it just became so, so consuming. And like it felt very unhealthy. I love working out, for example, and like I would work out. I'd feel so fulfilled and proud of the progress I'd be making on my body, like looking in the mirror, just feeling good. And then it's like, boom, you look at your hairline, it's like that just takes over, and which is crazy because you're looking at one thing that is in your control that you're achieving with, and then you're looking at another thing that you have no sense of control over, and that becomes more prominent in your eyes. You know, a lot of guys get nervous, if I shave my head, I'm going to look older. But like the reality is the thinning hairline kind of just does that already. I actually started cutting my own hair if I'm going to the barber to keep it looking thick, to like give it the illusion. I'd be paying to go to the barber like once every other week, constantly giving myself cuts and being like so meticulous about it, wearing hats. And, truthfully, I actually don't mind wearing hats that much. I think the biggest problem with it is when you wear a hat and your hair looks thin, everyone gets hat hair. Hat hair never looks good, but when your hair is thinning, you want it to be in a certain way to give it that illusion, and the hat will just mess it all up, like whatever you got going on to try to hide it. And anytime that you take off that hat, it's like instant insecurity because you just know like, oh man, my hairline's definitely showing right now. Over the summer, I just given myself a cut one day, and I was feeling pretty insecure. So I did a 1 in the back and the sides, and then I did a 2 on top.
Yeah.
And I came out, and I was looking with my dad at the time, and he was just like, whoa, okay. But like he really didn't have too much of a reaction. And I wasn't necessarily expecting to do it that day, but when I did, I just felt so free. And like I wasn't necessarily ready to show the world yet. I was still wearing hats and stuff, but I just remember like we went to the beach and I just hopped in the ocean, came out, didn't care how my hair looked, right? Because you don't have to worry about it anymore. And just go to sleep, wake up, don't have to worry about bedhead and trying to perfect it in the morning. So that was just really freeing. But like, even if I wanted to wear a hat then, take the hat off and I don't have to worry about it, me looking disheveled because of, whatever style I was trying to do got messed up. So definitely a lot of trying to hide it, but I came to the realization that like it is so freeing to move past it, let it be a part of the past, accept it, accept nature, accept yourself. I just want it to be a thing of the past, and I feel ready. Very recently, I've just feeling confident about the decision and haven't been hesitating much. And that's kind of why I was like, well, I could just do it, or I could go on here and maybe someone who doesn't feel that confidence yet, maybe I can help 1, 2 people, even if it's as little as that. I think making that kind of difference would be great. And I think it's best to move past it and then seek fulfillment in other aspects.
I'm doing this in my room because I have a communal bathroom, and I, needless to say, wouldn't be able to film this in there. I'm gonna do a 1 all around. All right, fuck it. Man, alright, so I got the sides. I gotta do the back as well, obviously. Oh man, it's time to go all the way. Holy shit. I'm gonna need a mirror for this. Straight down the middle. Oh my god. Wow. This feels unbelievable. All right, that's it. That's all there is to it. Definitely feels crazy. But yeah, I gotta let it digest a little bit. Feels like a big move, but I know it was the right thing to do. I know how many days I've spent thinking about it, and it was time to pull the trigger, and I'm happy I did. I feel good. Now it's time for the reactions. All right, so I'm finally a part of the bald community, you know? I haven't been this bald since I was born, so it definitely feels like a big move, and I feel like I made the right decision. You know, it's not easy, and it definitely feels really uncomfortable, but I think the uncomfortableness of it is an opportunity to step out of my comfort zone, and I think this is a good opportunity to grow, to develop. I hope that this can inspire or just make someone feel more comfortable about the whole process.